for joining us. What a joy. Hope everyone is nice and safe. Keep yourself safe. And we will manage this Zoom this meeting in the best possible scenario we can.
Yes. Gabi, they all can hear you. And let's give a couple of minutes because it's not exactly 6 yet. So we'll wait just a couple of more minutes.
Wonderful. It's such a joy to see you. If you guys want, you can say where you're from in Israel. I'm so happy to see so many of you have made a priority to show up even under our current reality. Thank you for coming.
Yes.
Just so you'll know, friends, we can see your comments, but they're not published. So anything you write, we will be able to see it. Just not everyone else will. You know those days where everything like doesn't work, Israel? Everyone else you can probably relate. So I was, I'm like, oh, the Iranians, my internet, my computer, my this, my that, everything just stopped working. I was
Yeah, these kind of days, it's so I think we should start, even if people join in a bit later.
Great.
We have a limited amount of time, and we don't want to waste anyone else's time, precious time. So welcome all. Welcome to the first webinar of the new approved and exciting third grade textbook called. It's the name of the book is Friends, and the one who actually did everything from writing the animation or whatever in the book is sitting here with us, Gabi, as a presenter. So you have the chance to hear it from firsthand from the creator of the book about why she did what and where, and Gabi, you're gonna present the book. Not, of course, every page, but the general concepts of what you created in this amazing and colorful piece of art, I call it. So quickly about Gabi, also she founded the company called the English with Gabi, which I believe some of you know. It's Gabi, you want to say something about the process of how you started English with Gabi quickly?
No, you're doing great. I'm going to talk enough.
Okay. So basically, during the Corona time, she had quite a lot of time on her hand. She decided to start working on something she dreamt about for a while, and wrote how many games? 800? What did you?
820 digital games. Yeah.
Digital games. And this was the first shot of English with Gabi. From there on, it naturally kept on moving towards creating a book that is authorized by the Ministry of Education, which actually happened. And it's gonna be, we're gonna start selling this this coming year, and that's pretty much it. She's gonna present the book with all its colors, and what else am I missing, Gabi?
What do people get for coming today? It was important.
So
all the lovely bonuses.
I'm going to share a bit later. I'm going to share a link that you need to fill in, and by filling this link, it gives me an order to deliver what we promised. You'll get immediately an email saying exactly what you're going to get. So basically, anyone who joins here, we're going to share the option, as we did with many other teachers, to have our school access, free school access until the end of Pesach. also for the kids, for the students, and for the teachers as well. So you can have an easier time with these difficult times, as we all suffer this, like in the last, how long is it, a week and a half? It feels like
Today's
forever.
day 11, 12. Yeah, it's been a while.
So this is one thing you're gonna get. Every participant, we're gonna choose 30 participants that will get a free set of games from the English with Gabi program, physical games, with a printed version, a full printed version of the book, so you can actually hold it in your hand and see it and be inspired, I believe. So this is what every participant who fills in, it's important you fill in the form I'm going to post it in the middle, a bit after the middle of the session, which it's going to be 45 minutes tops max, this event. And at the end, there's going to be some questions that during you can also ask any question you want. And that's pretty much it.
Great. So let's get started. First of all, I wanted to say thank you for joining us. Again, the comments are moderated. You won't see each other's comments, but Israel and I will see them, and Israel will moderate them and share with me questions. So feel free to ask as much as you want as you go. It's important for me that you know that a new vendor in approved in
yes.
Department
Not
of
every
Education.
day there's a new vendor in the approved books section.
Right. I came into Department of Education as an enrichment program. We've worked with over 480 institutions, and I was one of hundreds of enrichment program vendors. And what happened is we got so much feedback from the teachers in the schools. Hey, my students still don't know how to read. My students don't have this. They're bored. I can't keep the class. What do I do with, there was so much. And of course, all of this program gave birth. Well, the beginnings of it started in Corona, and then the book 3 was written during the war, and now book 4 is being published, being sent to approval. And all of these things are coming out of understanding the complex needs of Israeli students and our Israeli reality. And there's a lack. There's a void in Department of Education on many different levels. The Department of Education has collapsed, and I listened and got so much feedback from 480 different institutions. This is a huge survey of data that came to me over the last 6 years, and I've been collecting that data, and this book is the beginning of our series that's going to be Gimel Dalet Hey Vav, that's answering the lack, that's answering the problems, that's answering what does not exist today in Department of Education. So it's real important for me to let you know that everything you see here is part of a process. Even the beginning page, notice how inviting this is. And I spent hours, consulting. I met with many different teachers and many different very high up experts in Department of Education, many college professors, my advisor. There were so many people involved in giving us input in what would be the most appropriate for today's modern child, what would attract the child, interest, engage the child, and of course, pedagogically, methodology, what processes would work the best to give them what they need, which doesn't exist today in the market with Eric Cohen, English Adventure, Matach. We wanted to see what don't we have that we can give. So even from the beginning, you see the animations, you'll see the art, it draws the child in. There's also, you'll see as we go through the pages, there's a lot of white space. I have a master's in psychology. I'm a certified family and life coach. That's a big part of the work you see here, is to make it a calm learning experience. The tagline of English with Gabi, I don't know if you can see it, it's English with Gabi, learning experiences. We want a child to have chavayat limud. That's the most important. And as we go forward, you'll see that expressed in everything we do. Please, Israel, carry on.
I can.
And we see your questions and we'll get to them, so feel free to keep asking. So just a really quick overview. The book is built based on what the Department of Education says a child needs to have. It's based on science of reading. It's based on every research I could find that says how a child actually learns a language. Israeli teachers and Israeli system are so obsessed with reading that we run and we start throwing letters at the kids before they have a basis of the language. They need to have an ear for the language. They need to love the language. They need to understand structurally how the language works. So there's a strong foundation before we go into letters. So when a child in Hebrew, for example, says, Abba ba, ani rotze, when he can read Abba ba, Aleph, Bet, Aleph, because he understands what is Abba ba. But if you tell a child to read and you say Achamuna, 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 maybe he can read Achamuna, but he has no idea what you're saying. Language and reading doesn't have anything if it's just decoding. We want to have meaning. So I looked at all of the research and we created a book that gives the children a joyful, beautiful foundation in English. So the kids learn, as you see here, animals, numbers, colors, clothing, parts of the body, family, pronouns, some verbs, fruits, vegetables, school supplies, and school items. And then they learn these items. And then when we go into the reading, it has a meaning. It's based on something they understand. It's not just randomly decoding. And as you'll see, you can sort of look, I don't know how big it is on your screen, but there are sight words. The sight words, we've given 13 lexical chunks to help the kids communicate in English. A third grader is highly egotistical. A third grader needs language that helps him express his self, his world, his opinion. So we teach these kids, I am, I see, I have, I like, I want. So it's all about how do I make English a communicative language that helps me express who I am. That's important. And then you'll see tons of phonemic awareness. Phonemic awareness is coming before the phonics. Very important. And we have all the phonemic awareness in the shorter first part of the book. Some teachers have already pre-ordered and have taken it for Kita Bet. So you can start in Bet if you want to do the foundations in your hour a week and then move into the Gimel program. That's fine as well, or do it all in Gimel. All right, Israel, moving on. Wonderful.
Or just a second.
Well, no. So that was the second part of the book. So as you see, it's really important. There's the new vocabulary and the recycled vocabulary. We have recycling so much in the book and in the teacher's guide as well. You'll see every word, how often it's reviewed and re-entered and recycled, re-entered and recycled. Super important for us that the children have a basis that continues to return. So when we learn D, we already know dog, dad, door, and desk. And when we learned A, we already know ant, apple, animals, and avocado. So we're recycling a vocabulary that they already know when we're teaching them the reading. Beautiful. I also, can I teches to a question or we're going to wait later? Okay, we'll wait.
You can... No.
Okay, there's a lot of questions coming in. So as Israel turns the page, whatever I catch with my eye, I'll answer. ECV, Eric. Sorry, Sai?
Keep on going just a bit more, because just the beginning, we might have a bit more questions.
Yeah, I see a lot of questions coming in. Okay, so we'll wait. Keep going. So that's just the table of contents. As you see, a lot of white space on the very bottom of the page. The footer is a little present for teachers. If you don't want to look at the teacher's guide to tell you exactly what to do, we put a sneak preview on the bottom so the teacher can pretty much get by with understanding what to do. If you just read the bottom, that's a gift for you. That's a lot of feedback we got from teachers. To go to the teacher's guide visit. So we said, what could we do? How can we solve that problem for teachers? So we teach vocabulary. The flashcards that you see here, you also have an option to print them from our website. And in the future, we'll also have them for sale. So you'll have the flashcards in the book. We have the words with the pictures on purpose. The kids are supposed to be scaffolded in their learning. They can see cat is with a cat, and eventually they'll start learning the language skills they need. So the words are with the flashcards. In the flashcards that you're going to have, the words aren't there. So you'll be able to do all kinds of different activities where the kids have to match the word with the word flashcard with the picture flashcard. Each unit, each chapter has a song. We believe children need to learn through song, through motion, through enjoying. So there's songs. And from the beginning, we start with left to right. One of the big webinars we have coming up, one of the top officials from the Department of Education, who has now left the Department of Education, is doing a webinar for us, and she's going to talk about the unique challenges that Israeli students face because of Hebrew and Arabic, and how the Friends textbook solves it. And one of the things that she talked about was directionality. And Hebrew and Arabic, everything is from right to left. So from the beginning, we're doing really cute little fun activities, left to right, to teach the children a new concept. We're changing their direction. Left brain and right brain are going to go crazy here. All of the activities here.
Gabi, can I have?
Yes?
Can I share a question?
Yeah.
That I see in the moderated chat. So the program, it looks lovely. Basically, what she asks here is, she's working with the same book for almost 20 years, I would say. And what's the reason for a change?
It's an excellent point. I see teachers in the groups all the time tell me, I've been teaching this book for 30 years, so I'm not changing now. And that is fine. And everyone has to do what works for them and what is right for them. But my big question is, when we take a step back, and if we put your hand to your heart and you honestly ask, am I achieving my goals? Are the children learning English? I'm talking about spoken reception, spoken production, written reception, understanding English, loving English. Are they really learning English, or are we just teaching them to pass tests? We look at Gimel. Kids love, in Aleph Bet Gimel, kids are loving English. In Daled, we have a decline. In Hey Vav, we have a majority of classrooms where kids hate English, and in middle school, even worse. So just hand on your heart. If you're succeeding, if you are honestly succeeding, and you are succeeding in helping kids fall in love with English, read in English, understand English, and use English as a communicative language, do not change a thing. But if you're not succeeding in your goals of making the kids fall in love, know how to read, know how to speak, and know how to use it as a communicative language, then maybe it's time to look at another solution. And this is the most modern and appropriate solution that's also not dependent on the internet. We also know there's a lot of programs anyway, I won't be specific, but there are programs today that are exclusively dependent on digital access. And what happens if there's afsakat chashmal? What happens if you don't have an audio cable? What happens if you don't have internet? Allah hashiur. So this program is built in a way that is 100% independent and works. You can do it with a candle in a dark classroom. You can do it outside. It works 100%. You're not missing anything. If you have digital access and the audio cable and all of that, we have a crazy system of digital extras, but it's as an addition. So decide if what you're doing works or not.
I want to point out some technical things that I see that there are some instructions, also Hebrew, Arabic, English, and very short, and it's repetitive. It means that once you get the point, you just need this small cue to understand exactly what's done here, because it repeats itself in many places. Yeah.
A valid point. We're trying to incorporate English instruction in your classroom. So we don't want to tell the kids, let's bon nashir. We want to say, let's sing. We don't want to say bon nichtov. We want to say, let's write. We don't want to say bon nispo. We want to say, let's count. So we're using icons and short words. We don't expect them to read it, but we expect them to hear. Like you learn your mother tongue, you hear it and hear it and hear it and hear it. It's receptive for a very long period of time before it becomes productive. So here also, like Israel said, the instructions repeat themselves. Use our instructional icons in English. After a few times, when you say let's circle, the kids gvaridu, that it means let's circle. So you're teaching them English ala derech. Yofi. So just more examples of how clean and light and beautiful it is. You see the tablets. It's really important for us. This is 2.1. Already in 1.1, we give the kids tablets to read. Again, modern, kids can connect to it. Someone's holding a phone in their hands. But the idea is I want a child to feel empowered to read immediately. So we take the lexical chunks we've already taught them. I have, and we're already using what we've got. I have green socks. I have a purple shirt. I have pants. So we're already showing them when it's singular, we put in an A. When it's not, it's not. We're showing them that the color comes before, the adjective comes before the noun. All of these things are becoming ingrained in their language learning without testing them. We're not testing them. That's not the point. The point is to give it to them in a chavayat anglit that repeats itself in a gentle and effective way. Excellent. Keep going. Oh, I see your questions. Okay, again, the same idea you see here. On the left, for example, I want you to notice there's a star. Start activities are perfect for differential learning. It's an invitation. If a child wants to do this activity, he can, he doesn't have to. This one is really hard. You have to identify the closing syllable. Look how higher order thinking we're doing with the phonics. We want with phonetics, phonetic awareness. We want to identify the closing syllable in the word and draw a line to another word that has the same closing syllable. So for example, the green would be matched with a 7 and the shirt would be matched with the skirt. So it's a higher level activity. And below that, I love coloring, and kids need multimodal education. No one has an attention span anymore anyway. But we want varied activities. And when some kids need to write, some needs to color, some need to sing, some need to move their bodies and jump the whole time. As you see, I'm playing with my pen. So this gives us a chance to show me what you know through some art activity. So they'll be coloring based on instructions. Okay, Israel, go on. Can you feel my excitement? Oh my goodness, I see all your questions.
I see it's also color coded. Can you say something about that? Because
yes,
someone asked, what's with the color? Is every page different color?
Exactly. So we're giving you just a little sampling of the book. Thank you for asking that. Rim, thank you for asking. So the colors are based on the chapters. So the kids have a psychological anchor based on colors to help them associate where they learn the information. So just like if I ask you what someone's phone number used to be, you'd have to go to the phone and hold it so you can remember the phone number. So our bodies and our senses and our minds remember based on association. So you walked into a room, you don't remember why you're there, so you go back and then you walk where you were beforehand. So the color associations are really important. So every unit is color coded, and everything in that unit is that color. So it helps the kids remember where they learned the information. And then later when we start reading, any vocabulary that was introduced in particular chapters will be introduced using those color-coded system, and we're continuing the same color coding into the grade 4 program. So kids will say, כן, זה בירוק, למדתי את זה בפארק. זה צהוב, that was the chapter about family. So there's a lot of psychology in the colors. Not only are they bright and colorful, but they help the kids anchor the chronological order where they learn things. Great question, thank you. So you see here, I see page 51 on the sample. So we give them stories. We want them to have a sense of accomplishment. In addition to the book you see on 62, on page 51, there's a story. They read the story using icons wherever they don't know, that we haven't explicitly taught the reading yet. And immediately there's reading comprehension. So on the bottom, they need to answer the questions. So the kids are already feel like, הם סומכים עליי. I can read a text and analyze the answer. So there's a lot of higher order thinking, and it's just, I'm just in love with it. I had a teacher tell me the other day, which I was so touched. He said that the book is smiling at me, and that's what we want. The book is smiling at me. Oh, also important. Sorry, go back. So sorry. Really important. It's not enough for us to do just, there you go. It's really important for us that the kids have opportunities for spoken reception and spoken production. So you see there's the little let's speak bubbles. There's an audio that comes with it. They can hear the sample dialogue, and then we want them to pair and share. Get in little pairs and talk, try, use the language. That's what we learned through our 480 institutions, that only when we had the board games, our physical board games in the classroom, were kids speaking.
Someone asked, if it's let's speak, is it like audible somehow?
Yes. So again, if you don't have internet and you don't have anything extra, you can use the book as it is. You're the teacher. You read a dialogue. You also have in the teacher's guide. If you have internet and it's working that day, then you have option for the digital book in the LMS system. There's a little icon that you're going to click, and it has an audio, and you're going to hear voices. And there's like four or five of us who do these dialogues. So you'll hear different voices. They'll hear different accents, slightly different accents. So yeah, you can have it the audio button as well. So many questions. Okay, same. I don't need to go over it. We're looking at directionality. As we go further, we're going more into shapes that look like letters. We're not teaching letters yet, but we're letting them start to associate with these shapes so it doesn't look like Chinese when they get there. Again, these activities are gorgeous. For example, the first one on page 77 says circle the pictures that start with a P sound. So the student has to recall vocabulary. So he would circle here, pants, pencil, pen, and paper, all recycled a million times. The next part, again, counting syllables. We're doing phonemic awareness first, which is building the Lego building blocks so they will succeed in reading. And on the bottom, we have full sentences. Sean, I can't see it that well, but Sean has a small notebook. I have a big pen. The mom has green scissors. We're looking at how to use the language. Beautiful usage of the language, super important. Keep going.
Yes. Oh, here.
Kids have a lot of trouble with A and D. So we're going to just face it right in the beginning. A and D from the beginning. Let's differentiate between A and D. Let's identify where the syllables are. Let's read. Let's write. Already, immediately, you have A, you have D. Let's write the word dad. So we're really giving them a sense of accomplishment as fast as possible once they've had the foundation. Yofi, continue. I could just talk all day about this. I just keep seeing y'all's questions. Okay. So this is a great example. I want you to see, for example, we have to recognize the letter that starts the word. I'm talking about page 110. So that's a park. That's a word we've learned. We color the P. Numbers is with an N. Panda is with a P. We're going to write words. And then on the bottom, I really like this, lowercase to capital to the word. And notice in the flashcard section, this is already a pink section of the book, but only test and tiger are new words. Tiger is a cognate. It's not even a new word, really, okay? So table, tomato, tuna, tree, toe, and teacher are words they are already part of their vocabulary. You're introducing children to the concept of the letter T. When they have a rich basis of confidence, they know the letter T. Now we're just giving it a grapheme. But they already know this, so we're giving them a lot of background here to help their reading journey be highly successful. Also really important is the sargel on the bottom. The sargel is colored as we go, so the child immediately understands every letter is part of a system of 26 letters. So it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
There is a question here asking, how did you choose the order of the letters?
Excellent question. So we looked at Dolce, we looked at Hickey method, we looked at science of reading, we looked at ESL texts, research. We looked at all the research to see what is recommended. Now, unfortunately, a ton of the research is based on native speakers. So we looked at how we can convert that into English as a foreign language studies. And what we did is we looked at also orthographical patterns of the band words and frequency of letter appearances in the English language and in the band words. So you'll find that D, T, M, N, D, all of the S, the letters that you use the most in English are at the beginning of the book. We also recognize from research of the 480 institutions we work with, most teachers don't finish the book. So at the end of the book, we have J and we have V and we have Z, because other than the word jump and jacket, a kid is going to have an okay life if they don't know the letter J. And other than the word zoo and zebra, they'll have an okay life if they don't know the letter Z. So we put on the very back, wonderful chapter. It's actually probably my favorite. It's in a beautiful brown, but those are the ones that l'on aura if we don't get to them. So that's the order that we picked. A lot of research behind it. This is a really beautiful example to show how the scaffolding works in the program. So you'll see on exercise number 10, all the child has to do, easy peasy, little steps at a time. How many items do you see? I see one man, I see two of this, I see one of that, I see five of this, I see three of that. So we're just reviewing the concept of singular and plural. And then we're going to go and say, well, now that we just learned that S is plural, so now I want you to circle the ant, circle the mat, circle the net. Now circle the ants, the mats, the nets. We're guaranteeing success.
I don't want the child to show me what they don't know. I want them to show me how well they succeed. We're facilitating his sense of self-efficacy, self-esteem, and self-confidence. So of course he's going to get it right. And then we're going to the next activity, which is needing more from him. Notice in the word bank, all the words are in singular. But lemata, some of the words are singular, some are plural. So here the child's going to have to use what he's gently been scaffolded to do. Do I write net or do I write nets? Do I write sandal or do I write sandals? So we've scaffolded that process for them. You'll see tons of written production opportunities here on page 147. The kids choose the correct word.
Yes.
Sorry. They choose the correct word and then they write it. And then there's the notebooks. I love the notebooks. The notebooks are highly scaffolded, recycled. We keep recycling vocabulary and giving the kids a sense of success. And we also put distractors in there. So we give them a little challenge. Some of the words are not going to be used intentionally. I'll keep going. Oh, so many good, juicy questions. Again, let's look at this. We are in a light blue chapter. Okay, we have red, we have sing, bag, finger, grass. Those are all words we already know. Gift is chadash. We can read it. Good, almost every kid knows good. Good morning, teacher. And guitar is a cognate. So we're building on the band one vocabulary. We're giving them over 200 vocabulary words in this book, but it's scaffolded in a way that psychologically makes sense. We're not overstimulating and blasting them with things that they're not going to be able to recall. Same thing you see beautiful.
There is a question about SH, PH, the combination of these letters.
That's a great question. I know that it appears in a lot of the textbooks in grade 3, and looking at all the research I told you and information from the field, it is unnecessary. The word in English is superfluous to teach a child in 3rd grade SH, PH, TH, when most of the kids at the end of 3rd grade don't even know the basic letter sound correspondence. Let's teach them 60% of the information at 100% value and not throw at them 100% of the information and they get it 60%. We've intentionally in the Friends textbook program, remember this is a longitudinal program that's following research, we're going to intentionally just give them the basic letter sounds and short vowels here. Be sure they know it, they've got it, they have a sense of confidence. I am a superb reader. And then with a foundation of English, so there's decoding and meaning, so I'm really reading. And then in 4th grade, we'll go into the digraphs, we'll go into Magic E, we'll go into the letter teams. We'll do it nachon, not quickly. We'll do it nachon.
That's something that I remind you, Lauren said in the webinar that we had about science of reading. Teaching exactly, she called it the schwa, like teaching the things, keep it simple and teach it correctly. That's her motto, I think. So she was saying about something about the schwa, that it interrupts with the understanding. It's like we drag words more than we should. So basically the bottom line of what she said was, as you say here, I want to teach them less, but good. That's
exactly.
It's not less. It's not going overboard and teaching everything. So it's not less. Actually, it's more.
Again, our motto, and my motto has always been, I'd rather teach the kids 60% at 100% understanding and comprehension than teach him 100% of the material and he knows it kacha kacha. Absolutely. Yeah. I see some of the questions. I see some of them have gone through into public, some are not. So why is sing?
I allowed one to move into public, but the rest I keep on moderated. Yes.
So I do want to answer the one question before we go on, because this was important. One of the teachers said, why is sing introduced in G? So at this point, if we have words that are not relevant, we're not throwing words at the kids. We'd rather use words that will help them understand the letter. Now, we're already toward the end. G, I think, was the middle. I can check. So G, they can also recognize. Here we go. 6.6. Don't forget the entire first shorter half of the book we did. Where do you hear the sound? In the beginning, middle, or end? What's the ending sound? So the kids can handle finger, bag, sing, They handle it because we've scaffolded it correctly, so they can identify a letter sound that we're isolating for them anywhere in the word, which is wonderful because here we have sing at the end, we have finger in the middle, and then we have grass in the beginning. Beautiful question. Exactly, because they can handle it because we've prepared them for this. Thank you for asking.
Yes. So it actually, I think most book, but in this book especially, you give a lot of weight to identify the letter regardless to the location. When usually it's like, it's very easy when it starts with G, but once it goes a bit further, it becomes a bit more complicated. So you scaffold that from the beginning.
And we encourage also for teachers to say, let's look at the word sing. Let's isolate the last letter. G. Okay, anyone have a name with G sound? Gabi, Yufi. Kilo, anyone have a name that starts with that sound? We're playing with it like Lego. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Keep going. I love these questions. Same here. Now, this is really important. We did a lot of scaffolding in the book for the vowels. Intentionally, we did a lot of research what order they should be taught in. Every time another vowel is taught, we stop and recycle and recycle and recycle and recycle. And I is a really hard letter for Israeli kids. So even as we go forward, and now we're looking back at O again, we're being sure, did you get I? You know, do you get the I in rabbit? Did you get the I in gift? Are you hearing the I sound? And then the chart you see here, which I love, is part of our sticker section. So there's going to be stickers we'll look at in a minute. But
I'll show it in the end. Yeah, at the end.
Nedal. So the book is full of stickers, and it's really interesting because I taught Muslim kids in Rajar. I taught Jewish kids in Chatzor and Kiryat Shmona. I taught Druze kids in Mashal Shams and Masadeh. I've taught them all. Kiryat Shmona, I also had some Christian kids. You know, we have Lebanese tzadanikim come in. I taught all the kids in Israel that you can imagine, and all kids love stickers, even the boys. Even the boys.
Not only kids.
Yeah.
You want to talk about the how do you call these activities?
El Kanin boxes.
El Kanin box, yeah.
Boxes. So whoever doesn't know El Kanin, I strongly suggest you look it up. El Kanin boxes are genius. They're a wonderful way for teaching kids to read. Some teachers do the at, cat. And same thing as El Kanin. You point to the first sound, because now we've taught them left to right. We point to the sound as you hear it, at, cat. So El Kanin boxes are a wonderful way to teach our kids to read. And you see they're starred. It's an option. Kids who feel we're not testing them. Remember, and this is a big deal, A1 in Misrad HaChinuch, look at Curriculum 2020, look at the can-do statements, look at the lexical chunks, look at everything that's there. It is a mostly receptive requirement. We don't need production. We don't need the kids to show us how much they know and then let them feel they don't know. So anything that's a little harder is an option. So El Kanin boxes, it's an option. Can you read it? Great, read, show me. If you can't, Sababi, the teacher will read it. Akol beseder. We're trying to set them up for success. So here, the example, these are 2 pages that show you stickers that on the kids see just this, the circles with these numbers and El Kanin boxes if they can read them. And in the back of the book, we have stickers, and the kids have to figure out what, either based on the instructions or based on reading, what sticker belongs where, high color, glossy stickers. So yeah, it's gorgeous, and it's important that the stickers are part of the lesson. I see other things I want to talk about. That's fine. Again, You see the fun, you see the recycling. There's also texts. And this is toward the end of the book. Look how gorgeous this text is. I am Sam. I'm a vet. I have a black van. I have a fox in the van. The fox is Max. Max has a jacket. Max has a box. I am Max. I am 6. I like my jacket. I am next to my box. We're talking about using all the letters over and over again. We're incorporating all the lexical chunks we've taught them. It is such a beautiful and lively, scaffolded, child-friendly program. And here, notice, we're asking something higher. It's not yes or no. It's fill in the blank. So it's reading comprehension at a higher level. Yofi, keep going. I just so many questions I want to answer. Keep going. Let's see if there's anything else we want to show them.
Oh, that's amazing. Talk about, this page.
This is a big deal, friends. I want you to know that we don't get paid for the extra stuff. Just want you to know. We put in not a piece of paper that's like toilet paper. We put in full cardboard, full color, two-sided certificate with perforated lines. So at like the ones that, you know, at the end of the year, you give a child a real certificate that's on cardboard paper. They get at the end of the book a cardboard paper certificate that pulls out of the book, and it is a real ashkara certificate. So I'm super excited to offer this because, you know, it was important for me that when the child finishes their grade 3 English learning journey with us, they have a real sense of accomplishment, something they can take out and put on the wall, take home and show. So this is in the book, and the perforation means it won't be tearing off during the year. Don't touch it, kids. At the end of the year, you have an actual thick cardboard certificate waiting for you. Ma'am.
And I just want to say that at the top we have a link. You can sign up. Give information. This will help us understand exactly your needs and information. We can contact you regarding the book, but also it gives us the cue that you've been participating. You were actually in the webinar, and we're gonna put you in the raffle for the prize, and we'll update each and every one of you.
Excellent.
There's also the link I added to the public chat.
To the chat. Excellent. I think there's like another page or two. I'd love to finish that so I can see if there's any more questions. Also, Israel, as you turn the page and I talk about the last pages, can you put in the links for all of those groups? If someone wants to join our free little group, the Friends WhatsApp group.
Friends WhatsApp group. Yes, I'll do that.
Excellent, excellent. So let me talk about these last two pages. These are super important, friends. The glossary is full color. It has Hebrew, it has Arabic, it has English, and it has where each word was initially taught to the child. This is super important in terms of building an independent, autonomous learner. Child says, Hamora, ani lo mavin, ani lo yodea. Hamora says, excellent, go find out. Go look in the back of the book and look it up. And we're giving the child the tools to figure it out for himself. The glossary took, I think, 8 or 12 pages. It was a big chunk of our real estate. And we said, if we're not giving the kids the tools to fish by themselves, what are we doing? So that's a really big part that we're proud of. And then here are the stickers. The stickers, as you see, they're full glossary, full gloss, full colorful, and they create beautiful activities throughout the book that make learning more fun. And these are really fun ways to show that the child can show you that they know what they've learned. So I'm just thrilled. I think we have a few more minutes, Israel. I see tons of questions.
There is a question here. It says, I'm using a different program for 1st and 2nd grade. How will this fit in if they start 3rd grade, but they already have background in numbers, colors, and so on?
Excellent. So first of all, that's wonderful. I think that the 1st and 2nd grade programs are so important. We have tons of schools using the English with Gabi enrichment program in 1st and 2nd grade with our coloring books. And I think English Adventure, as far as I've heard, really nice feedback from teachers. It's important that they come to English in 3rd grade with a foundation if your school allows it. If you have something for Aleph Bet that you're using and you like, that's wonderful. So the kids enter the program knowing colors, numbers, parts of the body. Teachers who already have 3rd graders with a strong foundation in English, oral English foundations, you can go through the first part of the book quickly. You don't have to spend a lot of time teaching them the vocabulary because they know it. So just do the targilim, do the phonemic awareness, let's look at the colors. Which ones start with the B sound? Brown and black and blue. Wonderful. So you can focus more on the phonemic awareness, on counting the syllables, on doing the other things, and you don't have to spend a lot of time teaching the vocabulary. Excellent. Teachers who want can also take our book in Bet, use it as the foundation, and then continue in Gimel with the same book. I see so many questions. Anything else we have time for?
Some teachers ask about love to hold the book, and I get the sample book.
Yes, so we would love to give samples to everyone in Medinat Israel, but that's not possible. When you fill out the form, if you are a teacher in a Mossad and you qualify, then we'd be happy to send you a sample book. Everyone can be sent a digital format of the book, which we'd love to share as much as possible. We have a limited number of physical books we can give out, but of course we will as much as we're able to, because I believe, probably like you feel, that if you can hold the book, you can feel it and sense it. And that's what I tried to do in today's webinar, is give you a sense of holding the book. That's why we didn't go into the LMS. We didn't go in the teacher's guide. I didn't show you all the digital extra. I just wanted to give you a chance to sit down with your kos cafe. I'm with the Mei Limon and just hold the book. That's what I was trying to do tonight.
So there was a question about if there's any digital, and you just said that we're not gonna talk about that. Yes, the short and strong answer is yes. There is a digital platform for that, but there is the second question is if it's ready for this coming school year.
Absolutely. And I also see a question. I know you're moderating, but the question is, will it be sold to private tutors? Yes, of course. You guys are a huge part of our educational system, and you guys are filling in the gaps and helping those kids who aren't getting what they need in the classroom. So of course we value you tremendously, and it is also on sale for private teachers, and we bless you and thank you for what you're doing. I know, as someone who's had English centers for over 20 years, the value of having these centers and private tutors and what it gives a kid who maybe isn't succeeding in the classroom. So thank you.
There is another question, also links to Lauren Science of Reading, but it asks, there is a picture inside of the text, like if there's a flashcards, why does it have the word on it?
Yes. So again, let me explain. It's a really good point, and we debated
find
this.
the page where it says so.
Any flashcard, you'll find it. We debated this with experts in Department of Education, also experts for special ed and experts for linguistics, college professors. We really brought people in to say, tell us what works and what doesn't, what you see that's effective and not. And some of them said, but why is the word there? So in the textbook, when the child is introduced to the vocabulary, the word is with the picture. So the child can say hen, hippo, hot. It's right there for him. We're making it as clear as day. There is no ambiguity in this book. There is zero ambiguity. Everything is crystal clear. Everyone will succeed. We're not just trying to help the stronger readers or the kids who will naturally succeed no matter what you do with them. We're trying to help all the kids understand and comprehend what's going on. When you have them in your printable version from our website, they are without the words. So you can say, close your books, and you can show them words and say, what is it? Read it. You can show them the hen word flashcard and the hen picture, and you can match them. You as the teacher, you as the facilitator of knowledge, helping them in their language journey, you can challenge them. My job is to give it to them as easy and clear as possible to guarantee their success. Yeah.
There's another question. How much will the digital version cost? When will it be available?
Wow, excellent question. So the Misrad HaChinuch sets the prices, the vendors don't. I don't have a choice in telling you what the price is. Misrad HaChinuch sets the prices. I'll tell you what I understand so far, because it's kind of complicated and gadol alai. The book itself, as far as I remember, the physical printed book was priced at $56.50, if I remember correctly. And then there's a noscha. There's a formula that says if you want the physical book and the digital, it's 30% more. And if you want just the digital, it's this. I don't understand the whole noscha yet. It is pre-set for us by the Misrad HaChinuch, so I don't have room to play with it. As soon as we understand exactly how the extra works, we'll tell you, I promise.
Yes.
Maybe one more, Israel, because we said 45 minutes. Maybe one more?
Let's see.
There's so many good questions here.
Yes. So we talked about the digital. There's some question about the digital. You did answer that. Ask about how to receive the book. By the way, if you didn't see, I shared the links in the public chat for the different groups we have, and there's also on the top side of the screen there's a button. It's הצטרפות לחצו כאן. It means to join the WhatsApp about the friend's textbook.
Wonderful. Yeah, I see people asked about that. Yofi, so I
Yeah.
think we're good. I think we tried to answer
because some question repeat themselves, and you did answer.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining us. I am honored to have you join us on this language learning journey. There has never been more comprehensive research done and field studies done to recognize what teachers need, what students are lacking, what works. And we are thrilled to offer our textbook and to join be the fourth vendor approved in Misrad HaChinuch, and we are honored to have you join us.
And if for some reason you didn't manage to fill in the form, you can write back in the WhatsApp that you received the reminder from. You can also send us an email I'll share the email here, and we'll send you the form you can fill in later.
Yofi, Chavarim, I would like to interrupt 1 second. Try to, if you can, write back to where you got the email from or the WhatsApp, because people write to me personally and then I just pass it on. So it's much more effective if you can reply to the WhatsApp number that sent you the invite.
Yes, it's important. I see these and I manage all the technicalities. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. We did record that. We'll send, if someone wants and request it, I'll send the recording. And Gabi, anything you want to say to summarize?
I would appreciate I think I've summarized how amazing the whole learning process is. I would appreciate if anyone who is here, if you share in any of the groups that you're a part of, hey, I was at the webinar, the Friends Textbook webinar, the book looks amazing, or whatever your truth is. We're a new vendor and we would really like for people to hear about us from word of mouth. So if you're in any, there's like a billion, if you can put any authentic comment that's your truth, that just really helps us let educators know that it's worthwhile to come to one of our Zooms and hear about the Friends Textbook program. So thank you.
So thank you very much all, and thank you Gabi for sharing and sharing this amazing and piece of art, I would say. So until next week, I believe we're gonna present another webinar. If not, also, again, a live one of presenting this book.
Yofi, stay safe, everyone. Stay safe.
Stay safe. Bye-bye.